Well, my name is Steve McKay. I am the current county councilman for District 2, and I've been reelected to continue representing District 2. I live in Monrovia with my family. I have 4 kids and 4 grandkids. Professionally, during the day, I work in the national security field. I've been doing that for over 30 years now or so. Moved up here to Frederick County back in '99 as we were trying to sell our townhome in Gaithersburg. We spent a lot of time up here in '98 looking. And we drive up here, my wife and I, and through various neighborhoods. And we're driving through this neighborhood, and people are just waving. Just a friendly wave. And you'd see this repeated in one neighborhood after another. And, you know, after the second or third time, it's like, that's really nice. People are just very friendly. This is a lot different than Montgomery County. This is a lot different than when I grew up. And I really like that. I've always, valued that for Frederick County. I do enjoy watching and occasionally going to the Nats games. Just owning a home gives you a lot of hobbies in terms of keeping up with things. That, and I do like to, fend for myself, my home repairs and projects. And over the last year and a half, I did a major job around my pool, some new landscaping and things, and that keeps me busy. It's interesting how life just takes you on these unexpected paths sometimes. And for me, it started back in the fall of 2012, and it started with my wife. My wife got involved with a few of her friends through the Green Valley Elementary School who had heard about this brand new huge development that had already been approved at that point, called Lansdale. And it had a lot of the local parents very concerned. They felt that this had been approved without really the community knowing or appreciating what was happening. When your spouse is involved in something that's very important, you get inextricably pulled in, right? And so one thing led to another. I started doing research. I was writing letters to the editor. By May, I was the president of the group that became RAIL. And then we had the election for the first county council in 2014, and I had some people who were kind of suggesting, Steve, you ought to run for county council. Well, a good friend of mine was already running in District 2. I said, no, that's what he wanted to pursue, and I'm going to support him instead. But by the time we were getting closer to 2018, I knew it was something I needed to pursue, that I needed to be at the table. To make these decisions, make better decisions about how the county grows. And one thing led to another, and I ran and I won. The last council didn't get a lot of major land use decisions. Between 2012 and 2014, the county saw a tremendous amount of growth approved by the Board of County Commissioners at that time, and that's why I got involved, first as a citizen activist and then later as a county councilman. And I want to be there at the table when those development applications start coming back. I was always very disappointed that I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted in terms of taxes, a little tax relief. I do have things in mind also for our zoning ordinance, some continued adjustments there. I'll always be a fervent and ardent supporter of our efforts to preserve our agricultural lands and our farms, so I'll be looking for anything that we can do to further our ag preservation, but beyond that, to help our farmers in their agribusiness and agritourism efforts, and looking at those portions of our ordinance that controls that. I certainly hope that we're able to bring back the Sugarloaf Plan and finish that. We're going to have another chance soon, and I'll be looking to make sure we have a good, fair settlement on that plan and get it done. There are always going to be issues where you got to take a principled stand. There are, but by and large, if you want to get anything done, you've got to govern from the middle, which means finding areas of compromise, looking for ways to agree with those other 6 individuals at the dais. And I'm looking forward to those discussions.